used to be an old house.
Yes.
That was owned by members of the Jewish community a long time ago, and then they built, James Street congregation built their building in front of the old house.
Oh.
So it was in the walls between the little house and the new building where the ark was, and there were some wires and there were some lights.
That's what happened.
There was the Ner Tamid up there, and that was that wall. Something happened. Who knows what? All I know is, so the elders of the community, with Elaine and Irv Singer and John Holtzman and myself, we were down there, and when the firemen went into the building, they were able to retrieve some of the Torahs from the ark, and they present in the paper the next day. It said, and the elders of the congregation were there to receive the Torah. But it's interesting because in the Prince of Wales, there's a piece of the scroll from the burnt Torah that's on the wall near the entrance. I hadn't noticed it. I guess maybe it's always been there, but I hadn't noticed it. But it's there now.
I read this article, and that's when I became interested in getting involved in social action. There wasn't much of a committee at that point in time, but there were a number of people who were interested in the same kinds of issues that I was interested in, and we got together and formed a social action committee and focused on Ethiopian Jewry and also Russian Jewry at the time. And our committee was involved in helping one of the Russian refusenic families to come over to North America.
Can you date that at all?
I think that might have been around 1986.
Yeah. Who helped?
The board was supportive of the committee, and they supported certainly bringing the family over to North America. The family ended up in Washington, but they came to Ottawa and spent a weekend with us at the temple, and it was quite a moving experience. They really appreciated what
the big issues, there were two major issues. One was when I first started, we were just getting out of the bingo. That was a really major issue, sort of divesting with other synagogues of the bingo facility, and just trying to get out clean in terms of just the financial side of it. The second issue that emerged, because we no longer had bingo revenue, was just trying to make up the revenue shortfalls. So that was one of the issues, and that's persisted, not so much the bingo, but the financial, tightness of the synagogue has persisted. I guess the second major issue has been this new building issue, and I was involved in that, I think, continuously, or to some extent, from I think 2004 was when there was first talk of a new building, and we formed a small subcommittee just to look at some of the options. That was before BRIC was set up.
Was that with Alan Maslow?
No, it was after him. I think, it was 2004, so we had a little subcommittee. That's while I was still treasurer. When I became president, we set up this BRIC mandate, I think in the second year of, just before I left, before Paula became president. We set up a mandate for BRIC, and they were to really look seriously at sort of building or buying a new building. So that was another major issue.
We did our own services.
You did your own service. How long did that period last of doing your own services?
Well, I wish I could remember.
Okay. And
but I'll bet you it was a year anyway.
It was.
I'll never forget when I did the service at my house.
Yes.
And my father came to listen. And I had to do Kaddish. My father was at Reform. I mean,
yes. So you knew how to lead services?
Yeah. We struggled through it. We managed. We led services. Got to remember that when Rabbi Gerber was here and I was president, I shared the bima with him and did half the service.
Okay.
We were doing this when he was away, or Rabbi Powell, whatever. I used to do services.
So you learned the parts of a service, the running of a service, from your background, or it was You learned it on the run?
We learned it from, a little bit from background. I mean, I was, I went to Talmud Torah, but it was mostly on the run.
Okay.
Learned the tunes, and we, how.
Well, Max. helped.
Max Sternthal was there. This was, it was. Everybody had a tune that they remembered, and
Yes.
and we started, and little by little progressed into everything. It was the greatest time of my life. That was so.
What was it that made it so good? I feel the same way, by the way.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Just the camaraderie was great.
Yes.
It was fun. I mean, you were, if somebody said to me, "What's the greatest thing you ever did in my life?" Well, I helped found Temple Israel. Is the first thing that comes to my mind.
That's beautiful. That's wonderful.
Yes.
Yes.
Because I feel it like it's in my heart.
Yes.